folks, this is Jeff and Ben's Outdoors channel. Today is Saturday. I believe it's the 24th of January. Here in East Tennessee, we're bracing ourselves for a severe cold weather, snow ice storm mix, and it's just now starting to sleet just a little bit of snow flurries mixed in. But what I wanted to do was show you guys my little camper that I built. We call it the cabin. It's set up on a pop-up trailer frame. And what I did was I bought a camper for parts to build this camper with. And I'm going to turn you around. It's 24 degrees right now here in East Tennessee. And I'll turn you around and just show you what we got going on here. This is the main bed. It's a twin size bed. And I made this camper wide enough. I'm 6'2", and I wanted to be able to lay sideways in the camper. It's a 10 by about 6.5 on the outside, the measurements. I just put these shelves in, put a little lamp up here later on, and your car keys and wallet, whatever when you go to lay down at night. This bed, the frame is just basically 2x4s. I don't need a piece of plywood. I just run 2x4s crossways. And I made a big storage area under there. I've got 2 big old fold-out chairs and 4 of those big totes. Underneath I've got a set of dishes and a toolbox. And this little heater is an electric heater. I'm going to turn it on and just see what the temperature is inside. It'll take it a minute to warm up and register. I'm going to take you off this stand for just a minute. Make it a little easier on both of us. So it's showing 32 in here, and it's just now come on. Got a little table right here to set up in the middle in case we decide to eat inside or it's bad weather. But anyway, this is a regular twin mattress, and over here this is the couch, which is 28 inches deep, which is her bed. My bed, her bed. And we use this as a couch during the day. And it's got storage under it, but it does have a piece of plywood. Got an AC unit, 6,000 BTU. All of the electrical that's in this camper come out of the other camper that I'd bought. And it's got plug-ins, probably too many lights and plug-ins. Plug-ins everywhere. Part of the plug-ins are Sure Power, and part of them is where I can run off the car battery. Over here, I handmade this top out of pine that I cut with my sawmill, stained it. Of course, this is the sink, come out of the camper that I bought. And these windows come out of the camper, that camper that I bought. She handmade the curtains. And of course, all this stuff will have to be boxed during travel because it'll just bounce around. but we'll see how warm it'll get in here, how quickly with that heater going. We haven't really had it out camping in it in cold weather yet, but the mattress that's on this couch slash bed is a one of those beds in a box that you buy, and I cut it down to fit the bed, the couch. It's really comfortable. Underneath here, this bed is storage, and back here in this corner I have the inverter and the power source box, so I had to build a frame around it so that it'll have air and circulate, because they got a little fan on them that they have to run, and you can't really box them up too close. Got a refrigerator. Later on I'm going to get a bigger refrigerator, about 8 inches taller, or 10, to go in there and do away with this toaster oven. Underneath here I have my gray water tank. Over here's my freshwater tank, and here's the garbage can. Of course, this is the fender well box that I built over the tires. Later on, I plan on putting a double axles under this trailer and putting the tires on the outside of the camper itself, and doing away with these, give me a little more room. I want a double axle under it. It's a little bit heavy for the frame that I put it on. It's tagged and titled, all that good stuff. And I bought one of these faucets. It's just got a hose that goes down in that tank, and it's rechargeable. It works pretty good, especially on like a 2 or 3 day trip. This gray water tank 7 gallons, and this freshwater tank is 6. So if it empties it, it won't overflow, and I can take it out and dump it. We do have a porta potty, which I'm going to put right here eventually. I haven't made my mind up yet or not about doing that. I could shove it under the bed and tuck it away. And I was wanting to add on to this table, this countertop, with another piece of wood that'll fold down, and I could raise it up and let it down. So we could put the porta potty over here when this table's down and use it, and then put the porta potty back and raise this up, and a person can sit right under here and flip that table up and eat. And of course over here I was going to do the same thing for whoever sat here, but we have this table that folds out for here. So I'm not real good at talking and explaining things, but anyway, the floor is 3/4 inch plywood, tongue and grooved. It's not insulated under there at all, but I did use that Rhino bed liner spray all underneath, and it's bolted down with big eye bolts. The frame is, the trailer is framed out with 2x2s and 2x4s. The corner has 2 2x4s. The corners do, all 4 corners. And overhead of this door, and this door come out of the camper too, by the way. All 4 corners have 2 2x4s framed, And then I have a 2x4 right down the center to make it strong. This paneling walls are made out of that 1/4-inch flooring. We call it luan around here. I'm not sure what other people call it. And I've got to go over it with some more paint. I'm going to trim that door out with something, make it look a little better. But I'm going to get a computer or a small television and set up on this shelf in this corner. I can lay back here in the bed or sit on the couch and watch it from over here. Watch TV. It's been a long project for me. I started this 2 years ago. We turned this camper into a greenhouse for temporary. I see the snow's coming right now as we speak. It's starting to spit the snow a little bit. Storm's just now getting to us here in East Tennessee. It's about 11:30, 12 o'clock. But the temperatures went up 2 degrees already. Been in here about 9 minutes, 10 minutes with it on. I just wanted to see if it would warm it up in here and how cold we can actually get. All these lights work, functionable. Even have some outside lights. Got some over, two of them over the sink. So it'll actually light it up in here real well. Up here in the cabinet storage area, we've got linens and stuff that we can use for camping. We actually got some new Christmas lights and pots and things. So it's been a long, hard journey getting it to this point. Of course, we got our pictures of our hunting and fishing and all that good stuff. And of course, we got our little dash hound that we love so much. Her and Henry will go with us. But I trimmed it all out with homemade trim made on my saw, on my table saw. I did buy a little quarter round. But all in all, we camped in it one time back in the spring, or actually it was already summer, I'd say, and really enjoyed it. It doesn't shake at all because I took the crank down stabilizers and put them on this camper in the back, and then in the front, of course, we left it hooked up, but you can unhook it, and it's got two that the pop-up camper come with, so it's real stable. There's just two of the lights on. I turn much more on. It's just full of lights. Got them everywhere. Ooh, that was real bright. Even got them under here. Everybody says, well, why did you do so many lights? Because I want to be able to see when I want to be able to see. I've always had to struggle with seeing. So I'm going to let this heater run for another hour. It's already up to 36 now. So it's starting to warm up in here pretty fast. I want to see, I did put inch thick insulation in the walls. I do have some video of the build, but I can't seem to download it off my computer. And I've been doing everything off the phone. So maybe in the future I'll find that or be able to download that content and show you the progress on it. I do have keys to the door to lock it. And the only other thing I may do to this in the future is get one of those tongue, I don't know what it's made out of, plastic, I guess, some kind of thick plastic, but it's a toolbox that goes on the tongue of a trailer, and it's shaped like a, like a pie shape. And it comes with a rubber gasket and a seal, and I'll put me a battery in there in case we go off grid. Not only that, I'll put my cords and my chalks, to keep it from rolling, some tools and things like that. And I've got this plugged up to a 110, but I do have, well, it's all 110, but I've got the bigger breaker on that one there for the AC, and I got 30 amp right there for the heater down here and up here. This is just the regular, I guess, 15 amp. But so far it's doing good. I just don't want to see this cord strung out. I just plugged it up in a hurry. But right down there is where it plugs up when we use it. I can run the cord down the wall here and just set the heater out in the middle. But it's starting to feel good. It's up to 37 already. So I'd say within an hour, it'll be up where it needs to be, hopefully. But it's going to get down to 6 degrees. I think they said Tuesday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning. And I'll come back out here and turn this heat back on that morning and see what it does. It would be nice if it would, keep it warm enough to stay in at 6 degrees. But anyway, around to see my ugly mug. This is Jeff with Jeff and Ben's Outdoors channel. If you like our content, our videos, lately I've been making a lot of short videos, but if you like our videos and you like the content that we do, like and subscribe and share with your friends. Give us a big thumbs up, and happy camping to everybody. We love you. God bless.